Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's you boy 3Light and welcome to Boss Rush Island 5. We're going to be starting off with Sada on Strong with a TACbot to buffer, or I guess just use the ability, but it's basically a buff because otherwise I won't click the ability. We're also going to place down a free dart monkey and a 002 spike factory right here. The placement doesn't have to be exact, but the targeting does. You want to make sure it hits the boss without hitting the track, so just make sure it's not touching the track. We're going to upgrade it to a 102 as soon as we possibly can, and now we're going to be saving up for a second spike factory. This guy's going to become our Moab Shredder, and on a long map like this, we have to go for 2 spike factories. It's also technically just a faster start, so that's super cool. We're going to be setting the target in the water over here, so that again, it can hit the boss but not the track. And once we pop Skull 3 all the way, we are going to upgrade to a 022, and then once we pop Skull 4 all the way, we can sell the 102 in exchange for a Moab Shredder. Then we're going to need to defend some of the balloons, so we're going to get the the Dart Monkey up to a Spike-a-Pult, which is the 320, and then we're going to be going for another one of these guys, and another one of these Moab Shredders. And one thing you can do for the targeting is just make sure that it's inside of the little triangle, so we get up a Juggernaut, we get up a second Juggernaut, they're both 4s, and now we're going for another Moab Shredder spikes. Eli, what do you mean by the triangle? Well, in a pyramid, there's 4 triangles, and if you put yours on any triangle, then it will not be touching the track. You see where the track is? Target it away from there. You see where I'm targeting? Target right there. We get up a third Juggernaut, and then we're going to be going for a bunch of rubber to golds. These are the 104s, so we put one on the right side, now we're putting one on the left side, and now we're putting one in the bottom middle. You might be wondering, hey yo boy, why don't we put one at the top? Anyways, we're going to be putting down a 4th Juggernaut. This guy's going to be the 420, and now we are getting up another Moab Shredder spikes. You also might want to get a camo targeting thing. Never mind, we're just going to place down a Hydro Rocket Pods, which is the 240, and that's going to be able to do all of our camo stuff, and then we're going to outbuff it with a 301, maybe a 401, let's see, 401. You can also get a 402 instead, as I believe that's the better cross path. I'm not too sure. I'm going to go do some sandbox testing for the future, and now that the boss is moving, we're going to be moving our spikes to just this corner here. There's not actually a lot of balloons that are on the center part of the track anymore, so I'm not too worried about that. We can just set all of our spikes to target right there, and things should be a-okay. With 5 spike factories placed down, all you need is $45,000 saved up, so once we get $45,000, we sell all of our spike factories, upgrade to a MAD, and use the MAD ability as soon as we possibly can. You're going to see that things are looking a little bit scary now. There's a lot of stuff coming, and we don't have a lot of defense, so we're going to get down a 402 spiked mines and put it on set target right into the center of the screen. That way it'll be able to destroy anything that is on top of the platform. It's also going to be helped by our Juggernauts, and you can see that the placement that we put it is actually not ideal. We're going to have to place it a little bit higher, so I'm trying to move the positioning around some, but really I'm just going to end up selling it, and it shouldn't matter that much. When you're not against Lich, selling things isn't actually that bad, because instead of losing all of your money, you only lose 15%. Lich really sucks. Congratulations, first of all, to everyone who made it to Island 5, because my god was that a tough Island 4. Island 3 I didn't particularly like, but it's much easier to get a good score against that than it is Lich, so whatever. Keep on targeting your MAD, and no, you pretty much just have to target the MAD. Yes, use the ability, that's the other thing. So yeah, you see the Spike Factory is able to handle every single balloon that slips by. There's not even that many, but it's better safe than sorry, and we're getting the super mines anyways, so why not get the Spike Factory a little bit early so it can help out. You're going to see here we're at 90k, approaching 100k, and once we're at about 105k, we can sell all the alchemists and a couple of juggernauts in exchange for the super mines. You could play things a little bit more conservatively, and yeah, you can see here we're selling, yeah, we wait until 105k and then we sell the 4 alchemists. Now it looks like we're probably just going to wait for one more skull, sell some juggernauts because we're still poor, and then get the super mines. And the super mines, it's a little bit awkward because of how fast we're doing the boss, so I guess we could have placed the super mines a little bit more to the right. That's what I would have done in future runs, but quite frankly, I didn't want to do too many more runs. It's currently about to be 3 a.m. We're going to get an out buff for this guy. It is the 420. Nope, it's the 401 again. Again, 420 is probably better, but I'm not too sure. And then you want to try to target the Supermine so that these things are going to eventually be able to hit Bloonarius. And I decided to buy a support Chinook so that I can move the Supermines around some. It's going to be completely needed later. Right now it's a little bit early, but there's not really anything else we can do with our money, so I don't know, I'm just kind of targeting the Spike Factory and hoping that eventually I'll be able to move it so that I don't have to target it as much. So whenever the Alchemist like loses its buff on the Supermines, it's going to lose some range bonus, which means that it can't shoot as far. So yeah, you can see I try to target it and then it loses its range, but if we put it a little bit closer in the range, it'll still be able to hit the boss even without the out buff, so that's kind of what you have to do. Make sure you keep on targeting the Mad, and the other reason we got this Chinook is because of our Mad position. We need to move it, so we're going to be Chinooking it. That's what it does. It moves towers around. I hope that's pretty obvious. You know, we buy the Ultra Jug. This guy's just going to farm up some Dart Pops because all we're going for is the Dart Paragon. We're also going to be getting 2 Crossbow Masters, so that's what you can spend your money on. I'm a little bit slow to get them up because I'm not too sure. I was not completely locked in on this run. Might have been taking a shot, not too sure. But yeah, we're going to get down to Crossbow Master, and we just get the middle crosspath every single time. I've been told the top crosspath has uses. Not sure what they are, but I know it has them. Maybe. I know some people think it has them. We're going to move the Mat up to the top here, and this top position is pretty nice because it's going to be able to see the boss the whole time. And especially as the boss is on the left side, it's going to be close enough to hit almost all of its rockets. We are also going to be following the boss with the Spike Mines targeting, and as needed, we're going to be moving around the Spike Mines. I'm going to be speeding up the video now so that happens sooner. We got up our second Crossbow Master thanks to the Monkey Knowledge perk, and now we're going to be building up a Dart Monkey army in order to get some Plasma Monkey Fan Club usage. It's not really like an emergency. You don't have to do it as fast as you humanly can, which is why I'm just doing all the Mad stuff and going for, you know, just getting a second Alchemist so that we can be buffing both the Mad and the Spike Factory. And now I'm building the Dart Monkey army. These guys are a whole bunch of 032s. I think it's funny, I close my eyes when I'm about to say the crosspath because there's too much stuff going on the screen, but like I know what the Dart Monkey is. You know, I know it's a triple shot with the range crosspath, which is a 032, but looking at the screen, it's so hectic. That's also why I turned down the projectile size. It's just because the Supermine's explosions are super massive. I mean, they literally cover the entire screen. So yeah, at skull 90, you can see at 89 and like 3/4, I'm targeting the Supermines up to the top of the temple. One thing you can do if you want to be extra safe is what I'm doing here, saving the Mad ability. But if you want to be even more safe, I would just Chinook. Yeah, you can see I'm getting ready to Chinook it if needed, but I decided it's not needed because the Mad ability can destroy it. But if needed, you can move the Supermines to the back, right? If you move it to where the Apex, where the Apex Plasma Master will be, then it'll actually be able to defend the bads every single time. Where I had it was a little bit risky, so if you just move it to the back, that would be ideal. Or you can move it to where I'm currently moving it now and just kind of target it to the right and it will be fine. But we were able to be a little bit greedy and it worked out well. And now I'm just using the Super Monkey Fan Club ability and the Plasma Monkey Fan Club abilities whenever they come off cooldown. You can upgrade as many of them as you want to Super Monkey Fan Clubs. It's not really going to make too much of a difference, but you don't need money for anything else. We are going to be upgrading the Crossbow Master to an Apex Plasma Master. But with selling the Supermines and the Mad, you already get 150k, so you don't actually need any cash on hand to do it. What we are waiting for, however, is for the boss to go off of the platform. So you can see right about now, the boss is outside of the red area, which means we can sell our Mad and our Supermines in exchange for the Apex Plasma Master, and we will be able to still hit the boss. If it's in the red zone completely, you won't be able to, and by red zone I mean like if you have a tower and it's on the temple, you can see that there's a red zone and the tower can't attack there, so why would we get the Apex Plasma Master before then? We should just be farming Dart Pops. Now I get down a couple of 402 spike factories. These are just for safety. They don't actually deal any boss damage, obviously, but in case there's some ceramics or Moabs coming by here, they'll be able to handle things, and the alchemists are buffing them, which is pretty nice. We already had them placed down. I forgot to sell them when I'm getting the Dark Paragon, which I would recommend you guys do, but it's not really needed. I hope this guide helps you out. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and join the Discord in the what's it called? The description. Yes. Oh my god, I'm so locked in. It's 3 a.m. guys, don't judge me. Yeah, join the Discord in the description. If you made it to Island 5, you don't need a new team. However, what you do really need is to talk more about Boss Rush. You need it to be consuming your entire life. So if you join the Discord, I can guarantee you can find some people to talk about Boss Rush, strategize, etc. You might be able to ask me about the strategy before I actually finish the boss. But, yep, I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. I'll see you next time. Peace out, and bye-bye.